Today we are starting our discussion on the parts of speech. The first part of speech is noun. Noun is a part of speech that names something, such as a person, place, thing, or idea. In a sentence, noun plays the role of subject, direct object, indirect object, subject complement, object complement, appositive, or adjective. There are various types of noun. Nouns form a large proportion of English vocabulary and they have a wide variety of types. Noun can name a person, for example, Albert Einstein, the president, my mother, a girl, etc. Noun can also name a place, for example, Mount Everest, London, my classroom, etc. Nouns can also name intangible as well as tangible things like the pen, the chair, the idea, etc. Some might even be hypothetical or imaginary things, for example, freedom, slavery, etc. Let us discuss the various types of nouns. In the first category, we have the proper nouns and the common nouns. Proper noun is a specific name of a person, place, or thing and is always capitalized. For example, does Ahmad smoke? Does Ahmad smoke? In this sentence, Ahmad is the name of a specific person. Mr. Jinnah was born in Karachi. Karachi is the specific name of a place or a city, as Jinnah is the name of a special person. The opposite of a proper noun is common noun. Common noun is also called generic noun. It refers to the generic name of an item in a class or group and is not capitalized unless appearing at the beginning of a sentence or in a title. A boy wrote this letter. In this sentence, boy is a common noun. We do not learn the identity of the boy by reading this sentence, though we know about the action he takes. Letter is also a common noun in this sentence. Common noun is also having certain types. It can be broken into three subtypes, that is concrete nouns, abstract nouns, and collective nouns. A concrete noun is something, or it names something that is concrete, which is made of matter, which is physical or real, or something that our senses perceive, or our senses can have an idea of, our senses can feel. My computer doesn't work. In this sentence, computer is a real thing that can be sensed. On the contrary, an abstract noun is something that cannot be perceived by the senses. We cannot imagine the courage he showed. In this sentence, courage is an abstract noun. Courage cannot be seen, heard, or sensed in any other way, but we know it exists. A collective noun denotes a group or collection of people or things. For example, that pack of lies is disgraceful. A group of lions was seen in the forest. In these sentences, pack of lies and group of lions are collective nouns. Collective nouns take a singular verb as if they are one entity. In this sense, or in this case, the singular verbs are is and are. Nouns also act as subjects, objects, or complements. Where does noun act as subject? Every sentence must have a subject which performs the action, and that subject will always be a noun. The subject of a sentence is a person, place, or thing that is doing an action or is the verb in that sentence. For example, Maria is happy. In this sentence, Maria is the subject and the corresponding verb is a form of to be, that is. Noun also acts as object, or nouns act as objects. Nouns can also be objects of a verb in a sentence. An object can be either a direct object, a noun which passes to the recipient, or an indirect object, that is a noun that the recipient gets or the action that passes to the object. For example, give the book to her. In this sentence, book is direct object, that is what is being given, and her is the indirect object, who the books are being given to. Noun also acts as complement. This is another type of noun. For example, Mary is a teacher. In this sentence, the noun teacher is used as a subject complement. A related usage of noun is called an object complement. For example, I now pronounce Mr. Ijaz the culprit. In this sentence, Mr. Ijaz is a noun used as object complement. Verbs that denote making, naming, or creating are often followed by object complements. Then we have appositive nouns and nouns as modifiers. An appositive noun is a noun that immediately follows another noun in order to further define or identify it. For example, my brother Michael is 6 years old. In this sentence, Michael is an appositive noun which further identifies my brother, which is a noun. Sometimes nouns can be used adjectively as well. For example, he is a speed demon. Speed is normally a noun, but here it is acting as an adjective to modify the noun demon. Then we have plural nouns. Unlike collective nouns, they require plural verbs. Many English plural nouns can be formed by adding s or es to the singular form, although there are many exceptions. For example, boy, boys. These two boys are both lazy. Note the plural verb are. Thought, thoughts. Car, cars. Then we have another category of the kinds of nouns, which is countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns which can be counted even if the number is extraordinarily high, like counting all the people in the world. Countable nouns can be used with a, an, the, some, any, a few, and many. For example, here is a cow. Cow is a singular and obviously countable. Here are a few cows. Here are some cows. Uncountable nouns are nouns that come in a state or quantity which is impossible to count. Liquids are uncountable, as are the things that act like liquids, for example, sand and air. They are always considered to be singular and can be used with some, any, a little, and much. For example, an IQ test measures intelligence. Students have too much hard work these days. Then we have possessive nouns. Possessive nouns are nouns which possess or have something. A possessive noun is identified by the apostrophe. For example, the cat's toy was missing. I have been invited to the boss's house for dinner. Plural nouns ending in s take only an apostrophe to form a possessive. For example, my niece's prom dresses were exquisite. However, we don't use s or es with non-living things. For example, we cannot say a table's leg. We cannot use the apostrophe and s with the non-living things. For example, we cannot say a table's leg, but we say the leg of the table. The table's leg is wrong. The leg of the table is right. How do we identify a noun in a sentence? Nouns usually have articles the, a, or an before them in a sentence, but not always. Sometimes you will see adjectives as nouns. So these are the identification ways of noun, and these are the different ways, the different types of noun and the functions of noun in a sentence. Thank you very much, and that's it for today.